I live in a big city on the equator that imports a lot of our produce. Food is at the heart of Singapore's culture, but it's easy to lose track of where our food comes from because takeout is just so convenient. I'm trying to reconnect with the heart of my culture through my garden and my home. Welcome to my high-rise homestead. One herb that I only started growing this year, which I really should have paid more attention to long ago, is lemongrass. It can be very easily propagated from stalks with intact bulbs, which can be found at most wet markets and some supermarkets. I like to choose stalks with stems that aren't dry or withering, but lemongrass is so hardy that I don't know if it actually makes a difference as long as the bulb is intact. Simply cut off the excess stem and stick the bulb in about 2 cm of water. It should start growing roots within a few days, and after some sun, well-drained soil, and 8 months, I now have rather more lemongrass on my hands than I'm quite prepared to drink in tea, so it's time to get cooking. Lemongrass is also known as serai in Malay and is native to Southeast Asia and features strongly in cuisines from all around the region. Traditionally, lemongrass stems are used in asam pedas and other Peranakan curries, but I would be lying to everyone if I even suggested to myself that I might have the time to make those from scratch this week, so instead, I'm just preparing my lunches for the week. I don't own a rice cooker, so I cook my rice by steaming it in a shallow metal bowl. I measure the right amount of water using my finger. My grandma would say that the height of the water above the rice should be perfectly equal to the height of the rice in the bowl, but since my bowl flares out slightly, and I like my rice drier than she does, I use slightly less water. Traditionally, rice is steamed with pandan leaves in this part of the world, but since I don't have pandan and I do have a surfeit of lemongrass to use, I'm just dropping the lemongrass stems in the water with the rice, like you would with pandan. Now that my rice is out of the way, I'm making lemongrass steamed red snapper. This recipe is pretty straightforward. It uses 1 sliced chili padi, with seeds removed because I am a wimp, and the rest of the lemongrass stalks. I lay half the lemongrass on the bottom of the steaming bowl so the fish is surrounded by aromatics and takes up more of the flavor as it steams and the fragrant vapors rise. Then cover the fillet with the rest of the lemongrass and the chopped chili. I add about a teaspoon of light soy sauce on top and a dash of sesame oil. I eat brown rice because my bowels need all the fiber they can get, so that will take 35 minutes to steam. The red snapper will only take about 20 minutes, but I'm just putting them in and taking them out together because slightly overcooked, chilled and then microwaved fish is right about where my mental state is at on 1 p.m. on any given working day anyway. And now excuse me while I have a dance break in my kitchen that is very much in line with the spirit of partying as best as one can in quarantine in 2020. I did stir-fry some leafy greens with oyster sauce before I started dancing, and discovered I've run out of garlic, or I would have added that too, so that makes up the last component of my, in hindsight, really badly plated lunch. I don't know why I decided to put the fish underneath my veggies, but regret for past decisions is among the other emotions I experienced during my daily lunch break, so this too is on brand. Last but not least, we still have the lemongrass leaves to deal with. Lemongrass tea is enjoyed all over Southeast Asia and is made by simply pouring boiling water over chopped lemongrass leaves. The leaves can also be added to a bottle of cool water for a more subtle aroma that lasts all day. I finished using up enough of my lemongrass today to get my neighbours off my back about its leaves sticking into the walkway, but I still have one last thing to take care of today. The lemongrass bulbs I put in water a week and a half ago have grown robust enough root systems for me to feel safe putting them in soil, so I'm potting them, letting them stabilize outside, and they'll be ready for a friend to collect real soon. And now, time for more lonely partying, brought to you by the train wreck that is your local introvert in her natural habitat.